All right, and we're up. What's going on, Shorts feed? What is happening? Let me bring up StreamYard real quick. All right, let's do this. And we are live. What is up? Salute to the tribe. I got another one, y'all. Hey, listen, bear with me. I've been noticing other content creators also having problems with StreamYard. Hey, you guys, coming from an engineer, a lot of us are using StreamYard right now, and their servers can't handle it. It's nothing to do with your internet connection. If you go and stream off of any other type of app, you'll be just fine. It's StreamYard. They don't have the servers to handle the capacity of the people that are streaming on them right now. So don't feel like it has anything to do with your internet connection. Also, don't think these content creators, their internet connection is messing up. No, it's StreamYard. It's only StreamYard, okay? But StreamYard is like an iPhone. It's so convenient. It's the allure. You know, you're always drawn back to it. If you stray and go to Streamlabs and OBX or OBS, whatever it's called, you'll come back to StreamYard. You'll make your way back. They know it. But look, you guys, smash that like button. Let's get right in this. We got a couple hag maxers on here, man. And at their, golden era ages are wondering why they can't get men, why men aren't looking at them. Obviously, we know why, but let's let them babble on. You guys smash the like button. Go ahead and subscribe if you're not subscribed. Set notification bell whether you are subscribed or not. Drop a comment either during live stream or after. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the replay gang on gang, and let's get into this.
So I just realized I have reached the age in life that I get asked out by someone half my age, and I get asked out by someone that is 20 years older.
Again, this is young bucks just shoot at everything. It's their job. That's how they learn game, okay? So what's the problem? Young bucks are going to shoot at all women of all ages, so stop it with that. Senior citizens, same thing. The prime ages you want aren't paying you no attention, okay? It's just the reality of life.
The answer is always no, but I'm like, boo-boo, how old are you? Do you really realize that I'm 40 years old?
You are not.
Anybody
40.
else?
The devil's a lie.
Maybe one day it'll be a yes, but at this point in my life, it's always a no. I think I'm just going to pray for in 2025 that God will open my heart to say yes to men eventually. If it's meant to be, then it'll be. That's it.
How about new?
Oh,
Thank
boo-boo.
you.
All I gotta say to you, Colleen, is when you want a man with resources to open up his retirement to you, it's always a no. I mean, this Colleen is at a point in her life where
Yeah, smash
many
that
experienced
like
men
button.
will tell my younger viewers that her mind has not caught up with her body. Let me explain this very easily. Notice how she said that men half her age are asking her out, or men who are 20 years older. So in other words, younger men want to use her as target practice. Older
Here we
men
go.
see her as the younger woman. But in her mind, with all that plastered up fake up and filters that
At Grainger, we have over 1 million products, including the ones that help keep your workplace safe and sound. Shop our vast inventory of safety products at Grainger.
she's
The disrespect.
So I just realized I have reached the age in life.
See, the egg carton has probably one geriatric egg left to it. There are wrinkles where they weren't at. Skin is stretched out. And we can say the entryways are no longer as taut as they once were. The reality of having a family is practically zero at this point, or very close to it.
Y'all say that I'm harsh, but these guys that are doing the innuendo thing are just as harsh, man. I mean,
The point is, expectation management is warranted here. I'm pretty sure that she believes that because she looks good for a woman in her 40s, she can compete with women in their 20s and pull in a high-earning man around her age. Now, don't get me wrong. Can she pull in a high-earning man around her age to smash? Yeah, pretty easy. Can she pull in a high-earning man around her age to put a ring on it? Now, that's the tricky part now, isn't it there, Colleen? But don't worry, after you turn off the camera and all the filters come off, and you go into your room late at night, that's when the tears roll down. That's where those boxes of wine come really in handy. Moving on.
Okay, don't mind me. Just got up a little bit ago, so don't mind the hair. I'm growing the damn bangs out. But I was stupid enough to put my foot back in the dating pool. And so I have a couple of questions. Like, we meet once, right? Why is it that the second time should be cuddling on a couch watching TV? I don't get it. And then when I tell you, actually, that's probably not what's going to happen because I conserve my energies. I don't share it with everybody. So
Okay, listen. He's letting you know. We know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Let's cut to the chase. You can't have no kids for me. You already got the kids that you want. What are we doing here? Right? What are we doing? If you're looking for a pen pal, get online and find one. Right? You're lonely and you're old and you're just feeling some type of way. That's not our problem. It's not our problem. These women, man.
we should get to know each other first. And then I met with best wishes. Like, seriously? How can we not be grown-ups at this point? You can't just go from 0 to 60 and expect me to be invested, okay? Yeah, no.
Oh, wow, this is just more evidence that women cannot handle rejection, even in their 50s when they're quote-unquote grown up about it. Let me help you out, my geriatric queen, as to why men in their 50s, when they go out with you, they don't play the long game. It can be broken down to several factors, but the key ones are, number one, time, as in you got a lot less of it together. Number two, you got less to offer him, so he's going to invest less time in you. I mean, regardless of how you may feel about it, Colleen, men are not going to value what you want them to value. They're going to value what they value, period. And if you're not going to give it up, well, best of luck to you. And number three, at this age, you put up higher standards and higher demands that very few men are going to do. I mean, the only ones who are going to do it are the blue-pilled simp betas. And after they put in all the effort, you're probably going to blow them off because you're not going to be attracted to them. I hope this helps there, Colleen, but don't worry about it. You keep holding out. I'm pretty sure you're going to find your next Prince Charming in the not-so-distant future, as in the retirement home. Moving on!
Single and over 50.
Oh,
Do you sometimes not feel worthy? Well,
she got that cigarette voice. See, look, just because it's single and over 50, don't mean you ain't got to put your real age on there. She should be saying single and over 69. It's like a 70-year-old woman. You know what I'm saying? You could tell, and she smokes heavy. You know, ladies, don't start smoking cigarettes as you get, you know what I'm saying, older in life. It ruins your voices.
I'm here to tell you you are. You really need to love yourself. It's not being conceited. But if you don't love who you are, your life is never going to change. There's so many things I changed about myself. I stopped allowing people to take advantage of me. I learned how to stand up for myself. I got tired of giving more and receiving less. I got tired of saying yes when I really wanted to say no. Are you loving more and not being loved enough? That sucks. You can change that because once you realize that you're worthy.
She's like a grandma, you know what I'm saying? She's having a hard time remembering her words. You know what I'm saying? It's like listening to your grandma talk. Listen, I don't know what guy she's looking for, man. But I'm telling you, man, when you're in the boneyard, you know what I'm saying? That's like, we're talking about not even leftovers at this point. These are spoiled goods. When you're spoiled goods, this need to be picky and all this, I deserve to love myself. You're over 50, man. It's about time to start making some compromises, adjusting a little, getting ready for those diapers in that retirement home. I mean, come on. What are we doing here?
You're important. You get all your priorities all in order. You being your first priority. Your life is going to change. Game changer. Know your worth. Sending you my love always. I love you.
Mama say that happiness is from magic rays of sunshine that come down when you're feeling blue.
All right, to all my female viewers out there, let me stipulate something. There's a reason why I chose this video. This is what I call a half-truth. What I mean by that is everything that she said in the video, was she correct halfway? And let me explain that. See, she was convoluting being worthy with self-love. Those are two separate things, but the way she was talking about it, it seemed like it was one thing. For example, you can love yourself all day long, but if in your head you think your bank account is worth $100 million and you look in there and there's only 20 bucks, now you can see my point. Self-love is one thing, worthiness is another thing. And being worthy of love, this is where men will chime in and say, wait a minute, this is a female message, because women believe that they are supposed to be loved unconditionally, where men are always loved conditionally. And the last part where she said, oh, know your worth. Again, that's a half-truth right there. You see, the whole message is saying you're worthy, you're the greatest, you're the biggest thing, so know your worth at the end. No, that's not the same thing. That's like a 4 believing she's a 9. No. I will agree with know your worth, as in be realistic with your actual worth. Women hype themselves up all the time, while at the same time they look at other women and say, oh my, she is prettier than me. But somehow, you believe men shouldn't notice the same things and choose you over a prettier woman, or a woman that has other virtues that you don't have. Again, I'm not attacking her. I'm just saying that this video is full of a bunch of half-truths that only applies to women, because I guarantee you, if you give this to men and say, hey, here, follow this and go, men will fail at life if they follow that advice alone. But don't worry, Queen. You're dating over 50 and you know your worth. Maybe you should calculate your worth as to what retirement home you're going to be able to afford. Wouldn't that give you a better measurement of worthy? Moving on.
So I did a thing last night, and I know some of you are going to roll your eyes when I tell you.
Hey,
I created a profile and put myself on a dating app again. I say again, but actually it's been 2 years. So why now? Why did I do it? Well,
see, this stuff right here, you know, it makes me very glad I'm a man, because if I was like, if men didn't have it to where we could date women, you know, in their mid-20s and up, knowing that this was going to be my future would make me depressed, man. I don't want to deal with this. These last couple of women, I wouldn't want to deal with these women, man. As I get older, thank God, you know, younger women like older men, because I would just be like, well, what am I working out for, man?
State the obvious, it would be nice to actually meet someone.
My day's going fantastic. How about yourself? You guys smash that like button. Appreciate it.
But I'm also curious. I have seen so many women on here, and men, talk about how difficult they're finding it in the dating scene, especially when you're in your 50s. I also saw an article where TV producers for a dating show for older people like myself have had to cancel the 3rd season because they couldn't find available or suitable men, which is interesting. So right now, I admit the odds are not in my favour, but I want to give this a go for a variety of reasons.
The problem is, old lady, is you're in your 50s and up and you're still out here dating. You can make fun of the pool that's available to you right now, but you had plenty of options until you got to this point and you still didn't pick any. So you're part of that shit pool. Let's stop doing that, man.
Reasons. Number one, I'm in a good place. Mentally, emotionally, physically. I've done the work, people. So I
appreciate you subscribing. Welcome to the tribe. Appreciate that. Was that Bear? Absolutely. I don't know how to say that first name.
know that I want to date as opposed to need to date, and there is a difference. Secondly, I'm being very intentional on how I approach this. I know my boundaries, my non-negotiables, and I'm also not afraid to articulate what it is that I'm looking for. And thirdly, I'm going to approach this whole thing with an open mind. As I've gotten older, I've realised the more that we narrow our options, the less chance we have of new opportunities coming into our lives. So I am going to document.
If she keeps talking too much, man, all this makeup and contouring is going to end up breaking and cracking. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, man. Man, I feel bad for you guys that are staying in the States. You don't know what you're looking at. You don't know what you're going to get in person. And they're still picky.
My experience as I go along, because I believe transparency is a good thing. So don't forget to follow me to find out how I get on.
Alright, this gorilla admits that this queen is definitely one of the more polite ones and has probably the most polite attitude when she's going to re-enter the dating market in her 50s. Now, starting off, I want to say that she understands that dating in her 50s is going to be more difficult. But this gorilla is going to venture to say that she knows it's going to be more difficult, but I don't think she fully grasps why it's going to be more difficult. And her own 3 points actually make it clear to this gorilla, and probably my more experienced male viewers have picked up on what I already picked up. So let's just go through her numbers. Number 1, she says she wants to date versus needing to date, and there's a difference. That is true, but listen to everything that she said. She said that she has done the work mentally, emotionally, and physically. Can anyone guess what part is missing there? Financially. And financially is one of the big reasons why women in their 50s up start to date, because they know that they didn't financially plan things out, and they want a man to come in and play Captain Save a 304. The second thing is that she knows her boundaries and her non-negotiables. That didn't sound positive, honey. That actually sounded negative. You see, at 50, you have far less to offer, so your non-negotiables may have more wiggle room. Out of the small dating pool that you have, you're going to put more boundaries on it? That doesn't sound like the wisest move. And number 3, you said you got to be more open-minded because before you would have discarded other men, but now you're accepting more. That contradicts number 2 with boundaries. But for all 3 of your bullets and all of your politeness, there's the biggest piece of the puzzle that's missing right there. You did not mention one thing that you offer men. Why would any of these men date you? What do you have to offer? All I've heard is, I've worked on myself and me. Well, good luck to you in your journey. I'm pretty sure you're going to
into the wonderful world of online dating, but you don't know where to start. I have done some research and picked the top 5 dating apps for the over 50s. So at number 1, we have Silver Singles. This is best for people looking for love. It's predominantly based in the United States, but it's also gaining popularity in the UK. It's free to join, and yeah, really good for anyone who is looking for a long-term partner. Number 2, we have Our Time. It's another website that's solely for the over 50, so you won't find anyone under 50 on it. This is best for local people who are trying to find someone locally, because they organise events in local areas, so you get to meet other people face to face. This one is also free to join. Number 3, we have Telegraph Dating. So anyone who reads the Telegraph, they have their own dating app now. It's good for meeting like-minded people. It's free to join to a certain extent, as in you can search people's profiles and you can receive emails, but if you want to respond to people's emails, you have to pay. So that's something worth bearing in mind. Number 4 is Dating Over 50s. This is one of the most popular ones in the UK for the over 50s. It's also free. It's also good for local meetups. So that's a good place to start if you're new to the world of online dating. And number 5, we have Elite Singles. And as I said, that's good for meeting like-minded people. You do have to pay for this, but they do carry out a comprehensive personality test to match you with people who have the exact same interests as you, the same personality traits. So if you're really serious about online dating, this is probably a good one for you. Let me know how you get on. Let me know if there are any that you use and which ones you prefer, and have a great day.
All right, fam, let it not be said that this gorilla is not fair and even and balanced. Why? Because this section right here, this video right here, I'm going to dedicate it to my female viewers. Now, most of my female viewers are in the age range of 40 on up. So ladies, consider this my public service of the day. Taking in everything that this queen said about all those dating apps that she recommended for women dating over 50 and all those good traits for all of you, you have to understand, you're only half the equation, if that at most. Why? Because men understand very clearly where they stand in these dating apps. And if you think it's 50-50, I'm afraid you're not doing proper expectation management. Let me stop beating around the bush and get to it. All right. When men in their 50s, the ones who aren't blue pill beta simps, see women in their 50s going on these dating apps, they're thinking a couple of things off rip. Number 1, they're thinking, okay, she's looking for a retirement plan. Number 2, they're thinking, okay, she probably already took her ex-husband for everything he had years ago. She's falling low on funds, so she's looking for the next sucker. Number 3 is, all right, she can't compete with younger women in the other dating apps, so she comes over here where there's less competition, thinking that she's going to get a ring out of it. Number 4, what they're thinking is, okay, all of you ladies in these dating apps, in these 50-plus ranges, none of you are first-round draft picks. You are on the discard list. A guy in his 50s who has resources and can pull in younger women,
he ain't never lied. Look, you guys, smash that like button. Go ahead and subscribe. I appreciate y'all. We're gonna be going live on my other channel. I think, what is it? Lone Wolf Podcast. Yeah, I'm gonna go live over there. We're gonna run through some Facebook clips like we always do around this time. I appreciate y'all again. Hit the like, subscribe, like my friend right here just did. I appreciate you. You know, I randomly go live. That's why there's very few people in here. You know what I'm saying? And being random like that, you don't always get a bunch of people during a live. But when I repost these videos, I'll get plenty of views. So I appreciate you joining. You guys share the live streams. I'm working on the cussing thing. But share the streams. Trying to get to 10K before I get to Thailand. Love and light. Salute. That's what's happening. I'm your brother, and I'm out.
In this game,